apologies to the next person. So my father is very sorry that he couldn't be here to read his own work tonight, but this is one of those times of the year that he finds himself in California. What a rock star. Gaia. This afternoon, 100 crows fly east silent except for yelling "hawk" at a pair of circling red tails. There's been rain, and Sawmill Creek is high, here where it enters the city before it's channeled, cribbed, and curved. I push through shabby second growth, tracing the line a king's surveyor drew 2 centuries ago with plane and alidade, and I emerge, like him I suppose, arrayed with burrs and beggar ticks. Close to the Transpo overpass, across the ravine from the railroad track, where the O train glides to town and back, I sit in the sun on the crumbling pier of a vanished bridge where early settlers crossed the creek, and I think I see in craven crows and hungry hawks, in streams confined in concrete walls, in the craft of humankind arrayed against the supple wilderness, brief rivals only in a neutral cosmos that can never lose. Global warning. Feeders filled with seeds stay full as weeks of February pass. There's been so little snow that finches find the thistle standing high in fence rows out beyond the city boundary, and chickadees are glad to hackle pine cones or pick nutlets from the alders growing out of naked stones. Now, for slender comfort, and only once each winter week, a dark flypast of carrion crows escorts the trash collectors. We have assumed dominion. We devise our own extinction while the singing birds survive and thrive. We need them back to animate our bitumen and brick. Reaching Fern Island. The frozen bogs shuts down for winter. Tamaracks and birches bare, black spruce and white pine green along the ridge. On the peat, the heaths and laurels turn to russet in the stooping sun. Ice needles glaze the open water and at the edge. My territory, and I know it well, the mire, the lag, the sinkholes, and a secret hummock with a finery of bracken, cinnamon and intrepid, maidenhair, New York and ostrich, polypody, oak and rattlesnake, royal, sensitive and wood, all ferns. I could take you there through the speckled alder tangle across a beaver's ancient working, but I won't, my acts being 3 ages. First the seeker, asking what and why, then the mentor, reaching back to help. I played these scenes, no longer weigh the urgencies of younger players waiting in the wings. Content to know the little that I know, I cross the stage, recite rote soliloquies on the dozen different native ferns that grow on that small island in the mist. Dogs of the Mer Bleu. Clear sky, crisp air, and I ski the Mer Bleu, first of the year to break the snow, alone with only the feral dogs. I know how not to get lost in a whiteout. Follow the lag, hardwoods on one hand, black spruce bog on the other. Circle back over alien ground, mining the white pine horizon. Backtrack a bitch that found the path of least hostility, through tamarack and alder. Muskrat huts are everywhere. Now the trappers have all gone and left their dogs behind. A snowbird's consolations. I miss the daily skate downtown, a passionate skiing weekends. Christmas is so white, but so is a beach beside a green fairway, and I can play on either one in summer shorts, wander semi-naked in the semi-desert, through rose-blooming ocotillas. Here, no sculptured ice on a frozen lake, the signature of temporary winterlude. Sturdy bronze instead. Cubist Lipschitz, perforated Hepworth, Rubenesque malleole, and malleable Moore. Inverted in a pool with lacy locusts and old acacias. I walk at will, without my balaclava, boots, mitts, scarf or overcoat, to scent magnolias and flowering almonds. weathering a short pink flurry, confetti for an old affair that's now permissible. Petals lie where they fall on patio stones of havens and retirement homes. Pink or white or blown side up in random encounters, the dissidents in Tahrir or Tiananmen, Times or Trafalgar, fixed in a moment of waiting, waiting for a shriving, waiting for a shriveling, for an acceptable number of deaths, for the morning when the sweeper comes. When I am a loon. I swim in black, my only ornament a white cravat, presentable in company of upright reeds, blue flags, and cardinal flowers. I cross the peaks and valleys of my element without fear. I am their part and partner. When I am a loon, I swim in silence, or I sing of signs of weather and the times. Oblivious to all intruders, I deride the pontooned party boats that crawl from bay to bay, transports of ephemeral delight. When I am a loon, and ice excludes me, then I lead my children into opened estuaries by the sea, return in spring to air and water, sunshine, and my patch of earth. Above Third Canyon. Whether to a woman or a river, never an oblique approach. I plow straight on and harmless through the Nahanni's standing waves. My only lover sings against the belly of my sturdy shell. I camp on stones, my yellow tent, my red canoe, and I make up the mandatory miniature of color in this painting, insignificant by big water, bigger talus, open scree, spruced up in velvet or comforted by aspens on the bank. Across the river, water roars beneath an overhanging rock, like traffic on a distant motorway. The evening sun discovers mountains sculptured in relief against the slanting shadows. Mountain avens gone to seed, like dandelion clocks. A crowd of other hoary-headed elders nod and tremble in the wind. And I'll finish with Mater's Wharf. On winter's shortest day, we loop the Aspatogan shore, stopping by a snowbank, shingle cottage, yellow shed, and polychrome Cape Islanders. We ask about the floating trays of seedling oysters, 3 full years from shucking, but no one volunteers an answer. Do we care if nothing's said or done? Down the shore, we sit with local folk for chowder, beer, and a baguette. Beyond the warmth of Mater's Wharf, Mahone Bay lies, hove to beneath the ice. 3 churches scan the empty cove for all denominations of delinquency, established or dissenting or heretical, while in slack water, still and slow, we trust the tide to ebb and flow. Thank you.